everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music so fine. Kurt Cobain.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Been around the world and I still don't have no team name. I don't know when, I don't know why. We don't have a team name, but Washington Football Weekly is here for you this Wednesday. Yes, sir. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Sean Spencer, Mr. Sweater, a.k.a. the shout-out king, one half of that dynamic duo. That's Let's Talk Football. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, Washington Football Weekly. Yes, sir. And you see who I'm with. South Carolina's eggplant. Dub K, Mr. Will Kramer in the building. How you doing, Will? How you doing, buddy?
I mean, it's football eve.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't be more excited for what's about to happen tomorrow. Couldn't be more excited. I had to remind my wife, hey, by the way, you're about to see a whole lot less of me here over the next 4 or 5 months. There's preseason starting tomorrow, and I'm occupied.
Yep. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We apologize for not being here a week ago. We hope you started off the football season right. Anytime the Dallas Cowboys lose in any game, it's a pleasant start to my season. Will, I know you can agree with me on that one. But it was good to see football back. I gotta say I was glad to see, even for a little bit that I got to see, because I was preoccupied. It was good to see it back.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Nathan? See you watching. What's up, Bobby? We are going to go ahead and go on. Our boy Ab will be on. He's having technical difficulties at the moment, so stay tuned. The Shirtless Wonder will be with us. Wanted to shout him out. Yes, sir. And there's another member that is not going to be with us tonight, but he will be on another show. We're doing a preview for the game that my man Will just talked about. The game tomorrow at 7 p.m. where Washington, the football team, goes to New England to face Cam or Mac Jones, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots in the first official preseason game. It is here. We are so excited. We're going to break that down for you tomorrow. We're definitely Anton and me, Mr. Moral Support, will be giving you a little game preview right before the game starts to lead you in to the first game of the preseason.
Awesome. I'll check it out.
Yes. Cannot wait. So shout out to him. Now, as I alluded to earlier, I was out of town. As you heard with the song, I've been all around the world.
Great song.
From Chicago. Yes, exactly.
It was a great start for you. Sorry.
There you go. Hey, there you go. I like that. Thank you. As you can see, my beautiful background, ladies and gentlemen.
Upgraded digs.
Yes. Oh yeah. This is the joys of a green screen, baby. Got my piano over here. I don't know if you want to come visit. Hey. So I took my fiance to Chicago. Then from Chicago, we went to Michigan, to the lower part of Michigan, then the upper peninsula of Michigan. Beautiful area in Petoskey and Charlevoix, and it just water upon water. We came over one of the hills, and you can just see the water in the background, and it's like, Jesus, it is so beautiful. And so I have to shout out and congratulate my dear friend Alice and her husband Greg on getting married over the weekend. It was a beautiful wedding. They went above and beyond, and I mean above and beyond, with the decorations, with the preparation, with everything, how they did it. I do have a couple of pictures real quick. I did want to show because it was beautiful. Here you go. So yes, definitely want to
Nice.
congratulate them. She was looking absolutely amazing in her dress. My man Greg, her new husband, cool guy, gamer like myself. So him and I bonded. Him and I definitely bonded quickly. Great guy. They're living here. They got a place. He's actually going to be teaching over at Westville. She's a teacher over at McNair Farms Elementary. So absolutely love them, and I'm so happy for them. So absolutely happy for them. So from Washington Football Weekly, we wish you the absolute best.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're going on their honeymoon. I think they went on the honeymoon today. So, hey,
good
salute
for
you
that.
guys. Hey, and to hope to many, many, many years of happiness. Also, we also like to check birthdays. And this next birthday is so very dear to my heart. My grandma, my best friend, my heart, my love, grandma. I love you. Happy birthday. Grandma nicknamed me, her and my dad nicknamed me Shawnee Pooh because as a little kid I loved watching Winnie the Pooh. That name tormented me for some years, but I'm owning it. Your Shawnee Pooh is here. Grandma, I absolutely love you. This does not replace a phone call, but I will be calling you soon, and Granddaddy and Uncle Greg, and I cannot wait to see you. They live in North Carolina. This is where my passion for North Carolina and all that comes from. Yeah, so that was my entire upbringing, my grandmother, and I absolutely love her more than the world itself, more than anything in this world. So happy birthday to you, Grandma. Mwah. And I hope all is well. But now we are here to talk football. You see the emblem in the background. You see it's Let's Talk Football. I'm here with my guy, Will Kramer, Dub K. Will, training camp is here, and training camp is here, and we've seen all these good things. We're excited about what we're seeing. It's looking good. For some guys are struggling. Some guys are giving a little something. What, if any, are your surprises? What has surprised you? I know what's gotten me. What surprised you?
Okay, so a couple things, and I'm going to start off not on the field. All right. So the very first thing that surprised me about the setup, they did a week in Richmond and a week up in Ashburn, give some fans down the southern part of Virginia a chance to come see the team. We had a sighting several times by our current owner, Tanya Snyder. Tell me, when was the last time Dan was ever engaging with the fans, talking to them, throwing footballs the way she was? So first and foremost, we talk about hey, Tanya's now in charge. This could be, a new era, being a little more engaged. And she was a much better representative than he ever was.
Yeah. Hey!
Welcome in.
We definitely have to start back up and let us know our guy, technical difficulties taken care of, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Moist himself, America's Moist Voided. How you doing, Ab? I gave myself my new name. I called myself Mr. Sweater. You missed that part, but I'm Mr. Sweater. What's up, Ab?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Nice to be here. Sorry about the difficulties. Sorry about the late start. I know you guys were trying to wait on me, but I'm here now, baby. So let's go.
Yes,
sir. Yes, Glad you're here.
So I want to jump in real quick. You did your birthdays already?
Yeah. Who do you have? You have somebody?
Okay, my birthdays. So today's is my son's birthday. LA, Little Abdul. Her 16. So it's his birthday today, and I'm a proud papa. I love this boy. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but once I had my son, literally that changed my life. It made me grow up, and he essentially saved my life. So honestly, I love you, LA. I miss you, and honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait till we get up again. I miss you, bud. Thank you for blessing my life. I just need to throw that in there.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Great name too. Great name.
Right?
Let's go.
Right?
Is he working on being this too?
Right. Is he getting that level?
He's almost there. Almost there. Not to his daddy's level, but
Right.
he almost there.
He goes so high. You're like, hold on.
You know your place. Know your place.
Don't jump up. You get beat down. Hold on now.
Daddy always got it over him. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to you. But so back to you, Will, and training camp surprises. But yeah, go back to what you were saying.
All right. So first one off field, Tanya Snyder being way more involved. It's great to see. It's little things, but it's just great to see her out there trying to engage with fans. Second thing I've seen is Ron Rivera, way more involved, way more energy. This is the Coach Rivera that we were, anticipating getting last year when he wasn't having to deal with cancer, sucking up all his energy like that. So I've noticed that. As far as players, first shout out, I could not believe this. Landon Collins, day one participant after having a torn Achilles. Yeah. There was talk all off season that he was going to start on the PUP list, that he might not be ready for week one, that could be a goal. Day one of training camp and this guy's showing up. I was so impressed and shocked by that. And then just a couple of the some guys that are kind of showing up, some younger guys, the unknowns. We talked about this whole wide receiver depth chart that we're all interested to see. How about DeAndre Carter, punt returner and wide receiver potentially? That I didn't have him on my 53. Nope. I can tell you that.
Nope.
So that's kind of interesting. The other one is there's a corner by the name of Torrey McTire, who they say has a pass breakup every single day. And when we talked about the corners, and once you get outside the three, and then maybe Jimmy Moreland, who's next? This guy's come out of nowhere to be a training camp star. So those are some of the surprises in a good way I've seen. The one down I've seen is Kyle Allen, injured foot. He ain't practicing. And we ain't getting a chance to see much out of him, and I know I've been all the way talking about how much the coaches like him, but if you can't get on the field, bro, that's going to be a problem. You got to wonder how's that ankle coming, healing. So those are just some of my highlights.
Well, you want to save anybody for me, man?
That's why I'm stopping there. I've got more to say, but I'm stopping.
You named the whole damn roster and ain't even leave nobody for me.
Well, I can keep going. I've got more notes.
Let's go.
You come on late and you're yelling at me for trying to make sure we have enough content here.
Technical difficulties.
Came on late.
It's
9 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't make this shit up.
Ab, who you got, man? Who's left, Ab? Who's left?
There ain't nobody left, man. He said area. So I'm gonna say this one though. You mentioned was it DeAndre Carter? So to add on to that surprise is when we go over the
depth chart,
the roster, the depth chart. Kelvin Harmon is like the last one
nowhere
on the wide receivers, bro.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like that right there surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had Harmon on my 53, and if you're on a dude, you letting like guys that weren't even there last year have to step up on you. Like we got to talk. Like this is crazy. That's probably my biggest surprise. I don't have anything off the back since you took them all, Will. So like, but yeah, like that kind of like threw me out there. You mentioned Landon Collins. Mm-hmm. That's not a surprise to me that he showed out early. We've talked about this. Like, you may be injured and everything like that, but if you see your spot being taken like that, you jump up real quick, like, oh no, it don't hurt. No, it's not that bad. Like I can still do it. I can still play. Like you fight that real quick when you see that your position is in jeopardy. And he saw that. He really did. And honestly, like, and it's sad too, is because he showed out his first year here, and then he had like one down year, and then we're ready to replace him. And like that's insane, man. That's how quick. That's how quick it is, though. For real.
Yeah.
You see someone that's like playing your spot just as good, if not better than you, with like a few million between the two of you, then you're going to jump up to show that you to make show this team that you can't be replaced. You need to show up, and that's what he's doing, bro.
Yeah, I agree. No, I mean, I loved seeing it. I wondered if the culture that Ron has created of you have to earn your spot was going to affect him, because he probably came in last year like, I'm Randy Collins, I'm your superstar safety, and then he struggled. And they've added players that if he struggles, they've added guys that will take his spot, So I mean, that motivation could have been a blessing for us as fans with him on the field.
I wouldn't say he struggled. Like he got injured. Like he was out. To me, was he struggling before he got injured? He was. Okay.
Yeah.
I really didn't notice that. But
I think it was a new defense, and he was adapting.
Right.
And he was kind of getting left out there a few times to dry. But the thing we don't know is our crappy linebackers might have not been doing what they were supposed to do, and so he's where he's trying to do something,
Right.
You're in the same mindset as me, bud. We thinking this alike.
Yeah.
I think
you go, Sean. I've been talking a lot already.
No, I was gonna say I think the biggest surprise is that he was day one. He was out there day one. We know his ability. That's why we got him. You know what I mean? But the fact that he was out there after his injury, I really love that. Honestly, my surprises aren't really surprises. Kind of to your point, when we're going to look at this next about the depth chart, and we're talking about certain people that are higher than we think they are. We have Adam Humphries higher than any of us think he is going to be. And the guy that I think is the biggest surprise, not necessarily surprise, but I'm surprised that he's showing out now, De'Ami Brown. I've been shouting him out all off season, but the fact that he's now, it's not just about what we expect him to do. It's about what he's doing, and he's playing. He's balling out, and I love that. And on the flip side, I'm surprised about Tyler Heineke. I kind of needed him to step up a little bit more, and I've been noticing he's struggling with Kyle Allen dealing with that. Look, Fitz, we're hoping on Fitz. We're hoping and dreaming. I love my guy Fitz, but if Fitz goes from Fitz magic to Fitz tragic, I need somebody to come in and do something. And the way Heineke's going, again, this is just practice. But that definitely kind of surprised me in a negative sense because I'm like, come on, Fitz, get it together. I want to shout out some. Go ahead.
Is anybody getting a little concerned about Curtis Samuel still not practicing yet? We paying this dude $33 million contract, and he's not on the field. And I think it's a groin. That's his giddy up, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
We saw what a groin did to Deshaun Jackson.
So one thing I noticed, Ron Rivera is pulling a Joe Gibbs, and I couldn't be more proud of him. If you notice, a week or so ago, our boy, Mr. Tight End Wonder, went down with a knee injury, and he's been out. We said, this guy, Sammy Reyes, is probably not going to make the roster. But what do you do? Well, if he's hurt during training camp and you put him on the injured reserve list, he's on your roster and no one can pick him up. That's what Joe Gibbs would always do. Yeah, that wide receiver's hurt. That offensive lineman, he's hurt. He's out this season. And he'd stash his roster for next year with all these guys. Way to go, Ron.
See that? playing the
Jake
game
Gruden
inside
did
the game.
that too, so it's not that big of a deal, bro. Like, it's not that like oh wow.
Who did Jay Gruden do it with?
Like it's not that serious. Jay Gruden did that shit too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sure they all do it.
Yo. So hey, like we've alluded to, recently they just came out with the newest unofficial depth chart. The newest unofficial depth chart is out, and ladies and gentlemen, we have that for you. So as you can see, we have it with Fitzpatrick starting at QB. They have Samuel still in there, without actually let me
Yeah,
try to
Samuels
move
as a
this.
starter, and he hasn't even practiced.
Right. So they got Samuels in there as starter. Let's see. Terry McLaurin, but like I stated, Adam Humphries is up in that number 3. Now Sims, we talked about Sims has been doing something in practice. I mean, Humphries, how long? What are you thinking? How cemented is this? I mean, obviously it's not because just the first thing they threw out there. But how close is this to what maybe you had?
I honestly, I don't put a lot of weight into this. I don't put a lot at all. It's because if Samuels is number 1 at wide receiver and he hasn't done a lick of practice, you really can't say this is legit. Like, you really can't, especially with Ron saying that every position is a battle. Like we're all like this. Like, to me, this isn't the final roster. You know what I'm saying? Because I really think there's going to be some flip flops at wide receiver. Adam Humphries, I already told y'all since day one, I don't think he's making the team. But I think this is just for show. I really do. And if it's just for show, you have to put Adam Humphries at number 1 at wide receiver, because you don't want him to be like, oh, dog, you're the last wide receiver up. Like, you need to step the hell up. Like, even though you're a veteran, we paid you, and you should most likely make the team. Nah, man. Nah, it's not. This isn't the final roster. To me, I think I can see maybe 2 or 3 where it's just, it could be possible moves being done at. And I mean, maybe it's close, but nah, I just don't see it as being the final roster, Sean.
Now, how close is this to your mock that you did?
Well, it's pretty close, except for the wide receivers. Yeah, wide receivers and probably cornerback, and defensive ends.
Yeah.
I have Tony making it. I had Tony at the second spot, if not at outside linebacker spot. So, but I did I pretty much everything else pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Jared Patterson being last month on the that surprised me. Right there, that surprised me too.
That's something I noticed. I didn't expect that.
Not at all. You don't even hear anything about this dude in the news, bro.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Will, what do you think, man?
So the player that jumps out at me is Sam Cosmic at starting right tackle. And I go back to what the two of you talked about playing high school football. And especially you two played the premier position in Herndon Hornets football. Because as someone who was in the stands, I saw handoff left, handoff right, handoff left, handoff right. That was pretty much the offense.
Yep.
So what did you all always talk about? Availability being important, and you knew if you were out, you might lose your spot to somebody. And if there is ever an example of where COVID could hurt a career, it is Cornelius Lucas right now. Because He came in, and I thought we had Charles Leno on the left, Cornelius Lucas on the right, grooming Cosme, and at some point Cosme would probably take over. But Lucas was out because of close contact with COVID, which I'm assuming that means he's unvaccinated, so he has to sit out longer than somebody else. He was out. Cosme came in, and I mean the rookie might not give it up at this point. And he's struggled at times, the rookie has, but he's going up against Montez Sweat and Chase Young. Like, what better opportunity for him than to go up against two really, really good defensive ends right now? And they say he's slowly made some improvements, but I mean, he might take that job and run with it now because he was given the opportunity. Good for him.
Yeah.
It's the perfect example of iron sharpens iron. Like, literally, Cosme may not be up to par and everything like that, like right now, but him going against Chase Young, him going against Montez Sweat, that's going to make him better. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but shit, next week, next month, next season, bro.
Right.
Don't say shit. Don't say shit to this man. Like, this dude, like, he may not be what we expect right now, but these defensive ends are going to make him something, bro. And that's what we need to look forward to. And to jump on your point is Lucas lost his spot pretty much for being sick. And that's something like these people don't really think about COVID and everything like that. And it's just that Lucas did a good job for us leading up to this training camp and everything like that. He did a good job last year, but he knew his job was on the line right here and there, and he decided. I can't assume that he decided not to get the shot. I can't say that, but he was put in a predicament where he could lose his spot, and it's really happening. And it's and honestly, it's sad. So now he went from being a potential starter to a potential backup, maybe. Like, he might not even get that.
Right. If he keep playing with this COVID mess, he might find himself looking for a job completely.
It's for real, Sean. Like, because Charles is showing that he can play both tackle and guard. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we like Lucas and like he's not expensive at all to keep, but if these diverse guys, like, honestly, that could take your job, bro. Like, for real.
Right. And we're you guys have both talked about it. We're in a different kind of year where it might. I mean, your play is one factor to you potentially getting cut, but also following certain protocols. COVID has become a major part of this, and it's been a story. You talked about it, Ab, last week. We're under the microscope. The league is looking at us because we have the highest rate of unvaccinated guys. So that could be a reason why you get cut. And the other thing with Sam Cosme, the best experience is being on the field, especially going up against a top-tier defense like we do day in and day out, where our two top guys are talking about they're trying to break some records and whatnot. That is the iron sharpening iron, getting better. Cosme is learning out there. I absolutely love that. I love that he's up there, but I think we're absolutely right about Lucas. Lucas could very well just blow his shot at this before too long if he keeps playing with this. As far as the rest of the depth chart, the receiver, we all said the same thing. The wide receiver thing to us, and we know this is not final, but the wide receiver thing with Adam Humphries and Curtis Samuel being up as high as they are is something that we see. I see is changing. Jamin Davis, having him as the first. I thought I saw that for the most part, and I think that's going to be same. But I mean, this is the first. This is the first shot we're getting at it. But it's good to see it on paper. It feels good. It's like, okay, now I can see at least where we think they're going to go with this, where we think they're going with this. But ladies and gentlemen, definitely also look forward to us in the next couple weeks. I believe we're still doing our mocks, what we think the final 53 will be.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely tune into that. We've done one before. If you remember correctly, my offense did not have to worry about O-linemen because we had plenty. We had plenty. So, Lucas, you would already be off the team because we already have about 5 or 6 guys filling in your spots. All right.
12 offensive linemen
Right.
and 2 wide receivers.
Right.
Let's we didn't say anything about the tight end position. Like nobody thought what's his name was going to Hemingway. Like nobody thought he was going to shine out and be up there too. You know what I'm saying? Like I think to me again, like between salary cap, draft pick, and everything like that, like I think you kind of have to pick John Bates to be your number 2. Right. And then potentially a number 3 would be, honestly, thinking team-wise, it would have to be Seals Jones. So I think that would be your top 3 at tight end. And you can hide away Hemingway.
I think this is telling right now because like Hemingway has been with Ron in Carolina and then he brought him here. So he has been a practice squad player for a couple of years. I think it's kind of telling that they have him listed right now as number 2. Just to see can he keep that up? Because like you said, we all would have the same thought process as you mentioned. You're spot on. But the fact that he's ahead of both of those guys right now, I think it's interesting.
That's definitely something we're gonna have to look at in the near future. All right, and as we are moving on, we're gonna be going on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hated it.
Yes, sir. And this week we are going to start like it, love it, or hate it with something I just alluded to a little bit earlier. Montez Sweat says that he thinks that him and Chase Young can break the tandem sack record. Ladies and gentlemen, the tandem sack record was set in 1989 by Minnesota Vikings defensive end Chris Dolman, rest in peace, and defensive tackle Keith Millard with 39 sacks between the two of them in 1989. So, yeah, Ab, I'm coming to you first. Do you like it, love it, or hate it?
Montez Sweat says he thinks him and Jason can break the 10. I love it for the confidence of it, but I hate it, bro. That's almost impossible, bro. Like, you know, like it really is, especially in this new day age of how like they play. Like, I really don't see this happening. Like, I can see one person so they'd have to have an average of 20 apiece, pretty much, and it's that's not going to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to double team, triple team Chase Young, and I can see Montez Sweat having about double digits right there, but I cannot see them both having double digits. I can't even see them having both double digits, nonetheless 20 apiece. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, I love the confidence of it, but I hate it. Like, seriously, like it's not gonna happen. It can't happen. Like, yeah, bro. Like, these offenses, like, they are like there's no way you're gonna get 20 apiece between the two of you. No way.
Yeah, Will, what'd you think, man?
Yeah, I feel pretty good at taking my son's college fund and putting it on the under and doing pretty well with that.
Right.
Exactly. And like you said, I feel great about the two of them, and I love that confidence that that's what they're aspiring to. But that number is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Heck, like you're saying, double digits for me is what, you know, if they can both hit that, I think that's a great year, especially if Chase Young's about to get double teamed, or people are starting to come up and recognize Montez Sweat too. You know, I mean, it's like that alone is going to be an accomplishment for them.
Again, I like it because of their confidence. I like it because of, hey, sometimes if you shoot for that and y'all both, like you said, will get double digits and that's it. That's still great. This is not, that's not bad. So shoot for it and hopefully you get it. If we get it, obviously that means our defense is out of this world, man, and we're most likely a playoff squad if everything else works. Because with that kind of defense, that'd be solid. But to really think about it, like you said, Ab, they each have to average about 20 sacks. This day and age, and at that time when they got that record, quarterbacks were statues. You might have had a Randall Cunningham and a Steve Young, but for the most part, they sat in the pocket. You know what I mean? You had the New York Sack Exchange with Joe Klecko and Mark Gastineau, getting all these big name sacks and things of that nature. So at that time, things were a lot different than they are now, where now every other quarterback is a mobile quarterback. Yeah, go ahead.
So, just real quick, which one of them had double-digit sacks last year? No one. Okay. So that's what I thought. Okay, so
right.
You know what I'm saying? No one. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? And them together barely had a double digits. So, like, you know what I'm saying? They together, it's not even half of what is needed for this record.
Yeah.
Not even half.
Yeah.
So, like, to just be like, oh, I'm going to double up, and he's going to more than double up on his sack record. Yeah, we got this.
Right.
It's not, bro. Come on, man. Can we at least build up to we're both going to get double digits, and then talk about this next year? Can we do that? Like, let's do that. That's like, to me, they're like, yeah, we're like, we can do this next year. I'd be like, okay, let's go. Let's go. But you're biting on too much right now. Like now to this today, bro. No.
Yo, so I have to ask the question.
That make me crazy.
Does that make them crazy for thinking that they can do it? Yeah. Just a little bit. Yo, shout out. Anthony Handy said what's up. Shout out to him.
Good, brother. That's good,
Shout
brother.
out to Nathan Snell said, guaranteed it. Okay, Nathan. If it happens, Nathan, I'm with it. That's what's up. Yo, so we have to move on. Next, in Like It, Love It, or Hate It, our former quarterback was in the news. Kirk Cousins got in most of the quarterback room. Him and Kellen Mond came down with COVID. He's out now, but he has a pretty interesting stance on COVID. As such, the team has dropped him as their spokesperson, as well as a local hospital. So I am going to actually play an interview he did, and Will, after the interview, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
Let's see, Like It, Love It, or Hate It.
First of all, I've had a lot of family, friends text me to make sure I'm okay. I've had 6 negative tests since I was last with Kellen. Don't have any symptoms, so I don't have COVID. I've been feeling good, so very grateful for that. Last time I was in a room with Kellen was 6 days ago. And I've come to learn since I've been at home that the tracers we wear actually showed I was not a close contact, as I understand being a close contact, which is within a certain number of feet. The challenge was the meeting room we met in was deemed to be too small for us to have been in a room together, even if we were significantly apart from each other. So we've since moved to a different meeting room. And as I understand it, had we met in a larger room, I would not have missed practice because I was not a close contact as deemed by actually being in contact. So it was disappointing to miss practice. In my entire college and pro career, I have not missed 4 practices. So to miss 4 practices in 1 week, and not have COVID was frustrating, disappointing. But worked on my own, did all the virtual meetings. was able to do the best I could with the situation we had. I do believe the protocols work, and that's why I believe I didn't have COVID, after being in a meeting room like that, because the mask and the social distancing works. Now we look forward, to the degree that, you test positive for the virus, whether vaccinated or unvaccinated, you can't play in a game. You can't play in a game with COVID, regardless of your vaccination status. So the key will be not being a close contact. That will be the focus, and we have to be very vigilant to make sure that does not happen, which is why moving to a larger meeting room is what's so important. And as I said to Coach Zimmer on the phone last night, I said, we can meet in the indoor, we can meet outside. And I said, if it means meeting outside under a goalpost in January, if that's what it takes to get to the playoffs and be in playoff games and win playoff games, and that's where we're going to meet. So we're going to avoid this close contact thing with everything we possibly can do. I was not aware of the meeting room size being an issue. Otherwise, I would have spoken up and said, we obviously can't meet here. So I'm glad we've gotten that fixed, and grateful that we have a facility where there are multiple options of where to meet. So with that, I'll take any questions you may have.
So, Will, what you heard that? Nowhere in there did he say, I'm getting vaccinated, or I will. He just kind of kept going on his little rant. So what do you think of our old captain?
I'm sure as hell glad that he's not the quarterback of my team with that attitude that he has. He's overcomplicating everything. He talks about room size and being close contact and being outside, being inside, not knowing the facility. You want to know the easiest way for him to take care of all this? Get vaccinated, dude. You're the starting quarterback of your team. You have a coach. I mean, this could end up becoming a bigger deal for Kirk if he doesn't already realize this. You have a coach who has come out in a press conference to say he is sick of the players that aren't vaccinated and sick of what it's doing to his team. Okay? You've got a quarterback who Vikings fans are sick of Kirk Cousins and seeing him being Mr. Mediocre and yet they're paying a fortune for. Gotta wonder if the locker room's gonna figure him out as well. And he comes out with this whole, I'm disappointed in this practice. I'm disappointed because I've had 6 negative tests, and the protocols work, and the protocols can be followed so that we can play. Vaccines work too, bro. And if you have that, you would be able to not be sitting out for 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row, miss practice. And all I can say to him is, it's a good thing this happened in training camp, because you tell me a team that Coach Mike Zimmer is on the hot seat. He has to perform this year, or he could be gone. And you think, what is he going to do when his starting quarterback is out for a game or 2 weeks because he's in protocol because he tested positive, or he didn't test, even whether he tested positive or not, he's in the protocol and can't play in a game on Sunday. How heated is that coach going to be? So I think Kirk's making some terrible decisions right here.
Yeah. What you think, man?
So I'm not going to front. Like, I haven't been following Kirk. I don't care to follow him or anything like that. But this kind of just seems like he was putting it on everybody else but him. And that's, like, to me, as a person, as a grown ass man, like, I have no love for that. Like, that's not my deal. It kind of just seemed like, excuse me, that he was saying that I'm not the one that had COVID. It's not my fault, so don't even try coming at me with these COVID questions. And I mean, and I guess to a certain extent he has a point, but then at the same time, it's just that, have you been vaccinated, bro? Like, that's as the team captain. Have you been vaccinated, bro? And, like, what are you really saying? What are you really talking about if you're not trying to take care of everybody else on your team with this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like sometimes to me, I really feel that like people don't get vaccinated for the reason just for a political stance, and that is I think that's the dumbest thing. I honestly think that's the dumbest thing, especially when you play a sport, close contact sport, a sport where you're touching other people all the damn time,
breathing on them.
And you know what I'm saying? You're close contact with people, and you're thinking, "Oh, I don't need to get vaccinated, bro." Are you? Like, I'm sorry, like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like my job is like this close to telling us we need to get vaccinated. Everybody just needs to get vaccinated so we can go back into the office. And the NFL, and honestly, like everybody, like we're thinking that people have common sense, have the sense to be like, you know what, I don't need someone to make me get vaccinated. But it obviously shows that we actually do need somebody to tell us to actually do it. And to sit there and your only stance is my ex-president wouldn't want me to do it. Like that's, oh my gosh, man. Like this political shit it's crazy to me, man. Like
it's for the birds.
Just stop it, man. Like you're like seriously, like if you care about anybody on your team, you'd get vaccinated. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And as you can see, that it is kind of showing by his actions that he doesn't care. He does not. And what did we see from the team? They took him off as spokesperson of the team. A local hospital of his in Minnesota took him off as their spokesperson. Honestly, I echo your sentiments, Will, in the fact that I'm glad we're not dealing with this problem. Because I cannot even imagine what things would have been like last year if he's going to sit here and be like, oh, well, I know Carlos Ron Rivera has cancer, but I don't feel like getting vaccinated. You know what I mean? I did actually talk with my fiance before the show. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, my fiance absolutely loves Captain Kirk. Went to school where he went, Michigan State, go green, go white, those Spartans. And she was not happy with him. She was not happy with him. I challenged her on the fact that, Kurt is a leader, maybe not necessarily on the field as much, but, off the field, he's a great guy. He's a moral support guy, but he's not showing that. Actions to me, actions and your tendencies speak far louder than anything you can say to me. And like everybody's saying, like Nate was saying in the comment, it's like he was throwing everybody else under the bus. He was sitting here saying all these other excuses to why I don't need to get it, as opposed to doing what you need to do to help your team. Look, he has a team that could honestly do some things with Dalvin Cook at running back. You got Jefferson and Thielen at receiver. You got some moves in defense. They might do something. I ain't saying all the way, but they might do something. He's what's holding them back. Him and that $84 million guaranteed is what's holding them back. So you don't need to be having this on your record as well, Kurt. So get it together, man. Get it together, because God forbid anything happened to you. There it is.
I wish one of those reporters, when he said, do we have any questions? I wish one of those reporters would have said, now that you've gone through this, because you are unvaccinated, will you be getting vaccinated at your next off day so that you won't have to go through this again? And just let that sink in. Because I think that's what upped Washington's numbers. I think they saw some of these teammates sitting out for 5 or 6 days who didn't have COVID, but because they're not vaccinated, they're sitting out longer. And they said, okay, what was it? AGG said, I learned a little bit more. And, one thing we think about it, if some of these guys are 23, 24, did any of us pay attention to the news at that age? Was anybody would any of us really been reading this stuff at that age? Probably not. So it isn't we can't forget that some of these guys may not be, reading or educating or even caring about this stuff right now until they start seeing it happen around them and go, oh, okay, maybe this would be good for my career. Maybe I should do this.
Right. And it's like Ab and I talked about from being in high school. The best way to stay on the field is to stay on there. The availability, is you being on the field is going to guarantee that you can, unless you stink. You being on the field guarantees you stay on the field. You know what I mean? But doing those types of, you're doing other things that might potentially keep you on the field. Hey, we see what happened with Cornelius Lucas. Now Sam Cosmi is a benefactor of that, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Speaking of ex-quarterbacks here in Washington, Ab, I'm coming to you. Last Thursday was the Hall of Fame game, and your boy Dwayne Wayne Haskins got in there. But I'm gonna do it a step further because Dwayne didn't play terrible, so I'm gonna show a little bit of how he got down.
Oh, look at the wiggle.
Oh, and he got down.
Got some wheels. Okay.
Oh, that's wide receiver right there.
Wide receiver. He stood in the pocket.
That was wide receiver right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was him just taking the knee. Okay. All right.
Oh, that was him. That was him.
Good check down. A little low.
Come on, man. There we go.
Okay. So I would like to see what he's seeing downfield. There was a lot of check downs. I saw some passes that went a little far. I want to see that one pass again where he went deep to the end zone. I think it might have been a little pass interference. But what did you see in Dwayne?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. To me, I saw a player getting comfortable with his playbook, a player trying to get acclimated with his team. A bunch of checkdowns, just like he said. To me, I think he wishes he got back a few of those. I think he pushed some of those throws instead of actually passing. To me, but honestly, for just the first, he played like a rookie on their first team. You get what I'm saying? He made the mistakes that he was supposed to make. He made the throws that he was supposed to make. And to me, it's a step in the right direction. And to me, he just needs to stay focused again. And honestly, my hopes, this man might be the next quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So pay attention. Once he gets gets adjusted to NFL and this playbook, watch out.
Honestly, you might have a point there because Mason Rudolph he wasn't anything to write home about, and we all know that Ben Roethlisberger's on his last leg, literally. So, Will, you saw the footage. Same old guy, or maybe something better? What you think?
I mean, he played within what he was given there, so he didn't make mistakes out there. Okay, so he had a couple throws that didn't pan out, but he took what the defense gave him. I think he's in a very good spot. I mean, this is the chance with the organization that can be patient with him this year. He does not have to play. I don't know if I see much difference between him and Mason Rudolph. So I think he's got a chance to really push. If Rudolph is their backup, I do think he's got a chance to push him without a doubt. And he's got Josh Dobbs that he's holding off for. They seem to be bringing Josh Dobbs back. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun to watch him. I want to see him throw the ball downfield. I mean, Haskins has an arm. I want to see him go downfield more and really be a little bit more exciting. But I did see a couple things that they did things with him that the Redskins did that he was good at. You saw some of those boot plays. They some play actions. They moved him around a little bit, and they were doing that. And coming towards the end of 2019, he was coming on as showing something. It was 2020 that he looked god awful out there. So maybe there's something to what they're doing. Getting him moving.
Yeah.
I was going to say, keep in mind, Mason Rudolph was with, but I don't think there was barely any number ones playing that game. And if they were out just as quick.
Right.
But so Mason Rudolph had all the number ones with him, if not the number twos. And Dwayne Haskins had the number 2s / number 3s and 4s with him. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but some of those plays look like straight trash. Like it was, remember you go this way and you go this way. Like they literally was telling each other,
throwing on their hands.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the last second, it was just. It came together, like you know what I'm saying. Like some of those plays look like that, and to me, it's just like put him up with the number 2s. How does he look? Put him up with the number 1s. How does he look? And honestly, let's not forget either. The Pittsburgh Steelers only had one returning offensive lineman, starting one offensive lineman from last year.
Right.
I want to say it's just one. I'm almost positive it's just one. But that's going to be a factor also, guys. So let's not be too judgmental on what this man has done and actually just be like from the success that he's made out of like the 2s, 3s, and 4s that he was with. I don't think at the first time executing this playbook, I honestly don't think it was that bad.
No, I thought it was pretty good. Honestly, and Will, you brought up 2019, where towards the end of that year, it felt like he was kind of getting it. He felt like he was kind of getting a little better, and that's kind of the confidence that I saw with him. I mean, 8 of 13 for 54 yards. I mean, for the amount of time that he was in, and he had the one rush for about 7-8 yards. Good. That's what I would like from you. You know what I mean? He took a couple shots deep, but he checked down. He didn't do anything stupid. He had wheels. They got him moving. I love that you mentioned that because that's something that's helping him to succeed. If you get him moving out of the pocket, we saw the one pass where he threw and he's flat-footed and he's almost leaning back, not moving his feet. I think when he's stationary, he thinks too much. So I like what I saw, and I think that this could be a great situation, absolutely, for him out there. And I don't trust Mason Rudolph. Shout out to Nathan. He said Mason trust Rudolph. We should have him and Lamar back in Baltimore.
Take him.
Nathan, you might need to have Mason with you if Lamar keep getting daggone COVID.
Is he gonna play?
Yeah, bro, man got it what twice in 18
Twice.
months? Come on, 2 times, and still saying he ain't gonna get it.
World record on COVID, and he trying. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be like, look, I can get COVID and still play. What? Like,
right, exactly. He talking about I still gotta find out information about it. I'm talking to the doctors, bro. You've had it twice. Come on, man. What else do you need to know?
Stop playing.
Come on.
Stop playing, bro.
Come on, man. So, yeah, shout that out, man. We definitely, I'm happy for him, man. You know, and I'm eager to see. Hey, I hope this is a success story, man. He's with the right place with Mike Tomlin, so I'm hoping it's a success story.
But real quick, I'm sorry. But
you're good.
Compared to how, and then this is another fact that we got to do. Compared to how Mason Rudolph played, and Mason Rudolph's been there, coming on 3 years now?
Yep.
You got to say something. You got to think, like, that's something you got to factor in, too. It's just that he's playing, like, even if they were, like even Steven throughout the whole thing, you got to factor in. Mason Rudolph's been in this offense at least 2 years. So what's going on?
Yeah.
If you're not making leaps and bounds, like, he should be able to do his playbook better than Ben almost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're just a guy that just got here 3 minutes ago, and you're just doing the same as him. Nah, man, you got to make a change after that. If that, to me, you would need to.
Right. And I honestly think Mason Rudolph's days are numbered. And I think there is also something to Will. You mentioned that they keep bringing back Josh Dobbs. He played a lot of the fourth quarter, and he looked good. I mean, with the 4s and 5s, obviously, but he still knows the system. You know what I mean? So I know after Big Ben goes, they're going to probably try to get more mobile, and Haskins will be a great way to start. I mean, Mason Rudolph, I think his days are numbered, honestly, and I think that's one of the reasons why they wanted to get Haskins, and they got Haskins in and Dobbs back. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned in the very beginning of the show, today is Wednesday and tomorrow is Thursday. Washington plays New England tomorrow night. Finally.
We back.
Oh, let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's
Tomorrow
go.
night. We're back. Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, babe, leave me alone. Leave me in front of my TV and let me just watch my guys. Let me just watch it. I'm gonna watch every play, rewind it, watch it again. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. Will, what are some of our expectations for tomorrow? Like, what are some of the things you're looking for?
I just want them to come out fast. Yeah. Looking good on offense. Yeah. Quick passes so we can avoid anybody getting hurt. Quick passes, quick plays. I want to see the defense flying around. I want to see them communicating, showing that they know what they've been putting together. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. I will tell you guys this. I hate preseason. I am a nervous wreck during the game until the starters are out. I mean, I went and got some old-fashioned mix today. I got a new thing of whiskey to open up tomorrow because I will be so nervous during that game. I need something to calm me down, and then y'all may be getting a lot of texts from me during the game. I have all these thoughts that are running through my mind. So that's I'll be so happy once the second quarter comes. And some of these guys are out. First preseason game. But honestly, actually, I don't know with 3 preseason games this year what to expect. How many? I didn't think they would play this one, and Ron said the starters are going to play. So I'm intrigued to see how much he plays the guys. We didn't have a Ron Rivera preseason last year.
Right. Right. Yeah. This day they suit up. Finally, they suit up. What are you looking for, man? What are you thinking, man? What are you? Come on.
I say it all the time, guys. I say it every single time when we talk about training camp, practice, OTAs, no injuries. That is what I am looking for. Honestly, blow us out 54-2. Like, yeah, like literally just blow us the hell out. Honestly, I prefer that. But to me, I just don't want any injuries. Like I told you guys before, I think our roster without injuries, maybe some addition, like maybe a few additions, like when waivers get added on and everything like that. We are a Super Bowl team, and I keep saying it. I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We are a Super Bowl team. But the only caveat to that is if there's no injuries. And that is now I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm harping on that. Like that is the only thing that I'm really homing in on is we can't have any injuries here. I want to see progressions. I want to see uh, consistency. Um, I want to see continuity. I want to see chemistry. I want to see everything on the field, guys. I really do. But the biggest thing I really want to see is no injuries. Mm-hmm. It's so important that we have no injuries leaving this. You know what I'm saying? You said you want to see flying around. I want to see flying around too, but no injuries while doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is, I think we have a really good chance of being something special in the regular season. So I'm excited, guys. I want to see the chemistry. I want to see a series out of our starters. But the biggest thing, no injuries, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't say much more than that. But honestly, the one thing I'm definitely looking for and I'm expecting in this year is energy. Energy. Certain big name players got signed. Certain big name guys got re-signed and contracts extended and things like that. I want us to come out the same way that we're coming out today, the day before the game, is what I want out there. I want everything that we've been excited about to come out there and let them go through the run. Go through it. I want to, first drive right down the field, boom, 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 hit it, excitement. I want that first sack. I want that first chest bump and that first, interception or something, and they go down to the opposite end zone and do their little pose and do all that. I want that. I want it all. But I can't say any of that without saying what you're saying, Ab. No injuries, because that could just derail it. I go back to Clinton Portis, that preseason game against the Bengals, breaks off a 40, 50-yard run, and then breaks his collarbone when he got hurt that year in the preseason. I can't. I cannot have
Darius Geis.
ACL
on a first down run.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, jeez, man.
He tore his ACL on 2 different times, consecutive seasons, on nice runs, tackles at the end.
Yep.
He did it against the Packers too.
That's it. I cannot have that. I'm with you on that. No injuries, absolutely. But now we talked about that. But Ab, who are you looking forward to seeing? Who is it that you're just like, oh man, here we go? You're licking your chops, like, let's go. I want to see this guy. Who you got, man?
I mean, I tried to tell you guys, man, this is hard. This is a hard question for me because honestly, I want to say 8 different positions. That's I don't want to and you guys are telling me I got to pick one person out of 8 different positions. So to me, I got my pick is Benjamin St. Juice. I need to see if the juice is real, bro, or if it's from concentrate. This guy, man. We hear all this stuff, and honestly, it gets you. I don't think people understand the legitimacy of this man being if he's the truth. If he's the truth, you can move this, like, he's what, 6'3", 6'4", and you can move this man on the outside. That means you can move Kendall Fuller into the slot where he is supposed to be. And then you have William Jackson on the outside also. Bro, I don't think you can tell me. I don't think there's a team out there that has 3 legitimate cornerbacks for covering all wide receivers. And that is phenomenal to me. And honestly, literally, the cornerback position goes from our weakest position easily to our strength on our defense. And to me, St. Juice, if he is that dude, then honestly, I double down on my comments about Super Bowl.
Well, I like that. Will, who are you looking forward to? Who are you looking at specifically?
So, I mean, of course, we're all most interested to see the new guys, to see how do they fit in, who are these rookies, and I echo all that. But I'm going to look at a veteran that I want to see how they're doing, because they are in a pressure cooker here at camp, because their job may be out here in DC. And I want to see how they respond, and that's Steven Sims Jr. You know, last year he was expected to be a huge contributor, and he ran into some issues with drops, and some things just didn't really quite work out. But he still has the wheels. He still has that ability, and I'm curious to see. You know, he will be going up against the backups. You know, I'm curious to see, is he better than those backups?
Right.
Or is he just a guy that can run? You know, I'm trying to see, was what he flashed in 2019 real, and he just kind of had some issues last year? And is the pressure going to help him, or is it going to hurt him? Because it's just, we talk about what happened to Kelvin Harmon on the depth chart. So if Kelvin Harmon is so far down there, is there a chance for Steven Sims to show off his speed and grab himself a spot? So that's why I want to see how he does.
Oh yeah. I like that. And guys, you guys that know me on this show, you called me out for it in the group chat. Ab, you already let him know. I've been talking about him since the day that we signed him.
I say, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it.
The
bearded wonder.
It's magic. I'm excited since the first day he came. I'm so hyped for him. I hope he shows us something. I hope he really gets it going. I don't know if he's going to be in 1 or 2 series, but I hope he just drives them right down the field, gets them in and out of the huddle quick, is crisp with his throws. I'm so excited to see him with the guys that we have. I know Samuel's not going to be there, but De'Ami Brown, who I talked about, is surprising and it just taken off in mini camp and training camp. And Terry McLaurin, we got our Logan Thomas, we got the running game. Oh, baby. Fitz, you got toys, you got things to play with. They're healthy, they're ready to go. Show me something. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see you on the field doing your thing, man. And I can't wait. I just can't wait for the game. But guys, I honestly am just like, I cannot wait. I'm gonna sit down in front of my TV, get all my snacks and everything ready to go. So as you might notice, ladies and gentlemen, there is one less with us. My guy, Mr. Moral Support, Anton Benton, will be with me right before the game tomorrow, and we're going to do a pre-game preview, just sitting here and mimicking a lot of things we're saying tonight, talking about who we're excited to see, what we expect, give a couple predictions, even talk a little bit about the Patriots, Cam Newton or Mac Jones, who's going to get a lot of the bulk of the time, and Belichick versus Rivera and their comments about each other. So definitely tune into that leading into the game. And we're going to start to try to do that a little bit more in the season and, keep this little close-knit group the way this is right here. So we try to spread the game out. We got so much content we're trying to bring to you. So we're going to, put everybody hopefully in the right position so we can bring it all to you crisp and on time and ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. One more thing I did want to talk about. Last week, if you noticed, on the show, we did a little fantasy football seeding. My man Will, Mr. Dub K, came in first and subsequently got himself in trouble with his wife.
Slept on the
For all the
couch.
noise.
Really?
For all the noise he was making.
Did you wake the baby?
He slept through.
Every fan.
He slept through. She did not.
Oh, man, what we do for the show. Hey, I love it. Yo. So as we saw who was seeding. There's one change we will make. There's an update we're going to make. Anton will not be in the fantasy league. My nephew, who watches the show all the time, Cameron Crump, will take his place. The 2-time family league champion. Reminds me all the daggone time.
I don't
and
like
once
hearing
commissioner,
that.
Huh?
2-time champion in your family league.
Yeah, you gotta get your non-existent little sister, bro.
Come on.
Wait. Hold up. This is the family league, okay? So we have half the people playing, half the people not checking their lineups. But he's still bragging. So the playoffs is like the same 4 people. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So he ain't no ringer in here. Get that now. Ain't none of that. All right, but he will definitely be joining us. And I think we were talking September 1st. We're gonna do the draft that night.
Yes, we. That's what I was gunning for. Did Janae sign on?
Yes, Janae's in there too. I shout out to her. I talked to her earlier today. We will also be going back. Let's Talk Football. We'll be starting the night of the first game. So, and then every Monday after that, she had to get on before her Cowboys. So yeah, she got on too. So we're all in there.
Wait, you're gonna do Let's Talk on Mondays?
Yeah.
Monday Night Football?
Before Monday Night Football.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
All right. We rock it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the schedule for this fall, Mondays are going to be Monday Night Football at 6 before that game. Tuesdays, Let's Talk Football at Roundtable. Wednesdays are going to be Washington Football Weekly. Okay? I'm going to throw in a little college football here and there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do game previews. Guys, this is what I absolutely love to do. I can't do this enough. If it was up to me, I would sit in the booth all day and just talk to people. All right? I don't know if y'all saw, I did a little interview with my guy on the Cowboys a little earlier. What's up, Will?
You said we're drafting on September 1st?
Yeah.
That's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
For the show.
Are we drafting during the show?
That's what I thought that's what we wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a live draft special.
That sounds awesome, right?
Right.
I'm in. Okay, yeah, no, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
There you go. Come on, bro. Get on it.
Well, all right.
So that way it will bring all the others in. They're already watching the show anyway. Cameron's been on here, Nick and Delilah, all of them. So they'll already be here, and they'll all jump on, and we'll do a live draft right here, ready to go.
We should do a test run, Sean, like a day or two beforehand to see if we can, like, put up the screen for the draft and just for everyone to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Let me make that group right now. I'll make it in a minute. Yep. I completely agree.
To get the technical difficulties out the way, just
because that's like that big old week in between, right? Yeah, because in the following week there's still no football. That's perfect timing.
It's job. Like it's right after final cuts.
Yeah.
That'll be
There's
perfect.
a long break this year between cuts and the first game. A long break.
Yeah. So that will be absolutely perfect. Cannot wait for that. Tune in September 1st. As we do the fantasy league draft for the host. Cannot wait. Hopefully we won't be waking up any babies, Will, with the excitement with that number 1 pick you got,
I don't know who to pick. No idea. I only play in keeper leagues. I've never done one where every player is available.
Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is being new to me. It's been so many years since I've done like this. I'm nervous. I don't know who to
go. So hey, there we'll have it. One more time, for you. Happy birthday, LA, little lad, man. Hope you had a great birthday, man. Pop loves you. He's doing this, dominating the game, killing it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey,
I love you, son. I love you, son. I miss you so much. I love you so much.
there you go. There you go. So, yo, ladies and gentlemen, Washington Football Weekly, so glad to bring this to you every Wednesday. We've been doing it every Wednesday since Thursday. Tomorrow, this is what we've been doing it for. Every single Wednesday, bringing it up to tomorrow, where we actually see all the things we've been talking about come to fruition. Them on the field, playing, getting down. I might not be. Actually, I'm probably going to sleep quick so I can get up early and get going. I cannot wait. It's going to be great. Hey, from my guy over here, South Carolina's Eggplant, Dub K, Mr. Will Kramer, and my guy down here, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Ab Low. And you know me, I got a sweater on, I got the air on, so it's a little cool in here. No sweater for me, but Mr. Sweater, the shout-out king, Sean Spencer, we're here. We love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We will definitely be back with you next week. Enjoy the game tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir.
Go Skins.
Go Skins all day. Oh, real quick. Will, would you like to address that fan in the group that stole your idea with the Red Wolves?
Man, I got blasted on Redskins Hub for that idea. Blasted.
After you for that idea.
You got blasted?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I put up that, hey, let's just start howling so they can hear us, Dan and Tanya, and Jason Wright will hear us, and people were like, we're the Redskins. Stop saying it. We're the Redskins. And then some guy was like, hey, I got an idea for the preseason game tomorrow. Like, come on. That was 2 weeks ago.
See that? You started it, man. The first person that started, they got after him, and the next person is like, oh. Did you come up with that? Yeah.
Here's what I thought was funny. I saw at training camp, some guy posted a picture with the team president, who, of course, has been hired to change the name. He's sitting there puts his arm around the president. He's wearing this shirt that says "Redskins Forever," and he's like, that president was like, well, "What are you doing here?"
Right.
Let's get that out of here.
Hey, had to do it, man. Hey, we still don't have a name, but maybe we do coming soon. We'll see. See you later, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man, so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.